Let's discuss all these developments with Washington Times legal affairs reporter, attorney Alex Swoyer, and Concerned Women of America CEO Nance. Welcome back to both of you.
Great to be on.
Hey, Shannon.
All right, so I want to play a little something that the president said today about this issue, what he's doing on this executive order, and how the ballot box is where it will really matter. Here's what he said.
The court has made clear it will not protect the rights of women, period. The court now practically dares the women of America to go to the ballot box and restore the very rights they've just taken away.
So, Penny, they say this is going to be a rallying cry for Democrats this fall, and that this ruling, the overreach, they say, by the Supreme Court is actually a gift to the left. What do you say?
Well, he also said that women have it in our control to decide what happens next on this, and he's right about that. He doesn't realize that we did decide. We went to the ballot and voted for Donald Trump, who appointed 3 Supreme Court justices. And so we now have the democratic process, which is what Concerned Women for America has been working for since our inception in 1979. Our ladies walked the halls of Congress. They went to their state legislatures. They prayed. They came to the March for Life. And they've been active at this matter. They've been volunteering at pregnancy care centers, some of the very ones that have been firebombed by the left. And so, yes, welcome to our world, abortion leftists. You have to go and make your case now on a state-by-state basis. And we know by the polling that over 70% of Americans believe that there should be limits on abortion. Americans don't want to be in line with North Korea and Vietnam that allow abortions up to birth. So yes, this has to happen where they share their view, we share our view. It's going to be heavy lifting in states like California, New York, and Washington, D.C., but we have about 18 states now that are pro-life, and we're spreading the message and we're offering great alternatives for women.
Yeah, and this is going to be a patchwork across the states that people will have to decide, as you said, to lobby their state legislatures, their governors, and their elections are very much going to matter at the state level. Politico described it this way today with the president signed. It says he directed his health department to expand access to abortion pills, beef up enforcement of Obamacare's birth control coverage mandate, and stand up an army of pro bono lawyers to help defend people criminally charged for seeking or providing the procedure. Alex, a couple of things there. I haven't read any of the state laws that say the woman seeking the procedure is going to face any kind of criminal charges. This is going after the doctors or those that help them, as far as the state laws I've reviewed. But also there's this debate over abortion pills, whether they will be, it'll be legal to mail them or order them into states that have otherwise banned abortions. Your take of the legal side of this conversation?
Yeah, I definitely think the abortion pill is going to be the next legal front that we're seeing fought out in the courts. There's already lawsuits with that as a focus. So what we have now is the president in his executive order saying that he wants to increase access to the abortion pill. We had his attorney general come out right after the Dobbs ruling and tout the abortion drug through the FDA and its approval. And it used to be that it had to be prescribed in person. Now it can be done via telemedicine and mailed. So that's what I believe the administration is looking to do. If we see that come forward with the HHS secretary, I predict a group of red states, maybe led by Mississippi, maybe Texas, come forward and say, hey, it's up to us under Dobbs to be able to restrict abortion laws in our states. And if they want to restrict the use of the abortion pill, they're going to say, we have the authority to do that. So it's really going to be a battle between if the federal law and this administration with what it's pointing to under the FDA regulation trumps what states can do.
Yeah, and we know that Dobbs is just the beginning. It's launched so many other legal battles already. I mean, within 24 hours of the decision, and many more that you all talk about will sort of domino from that. I want to talk about this group letter today that came from organizations, abortion rights groups, civil rights groups. They wrote to the president, and they said that abortion access is an economic and racial justice issue. They went on to say that when you deny abortion, it tags to all kinds of other social justice issues, voter disenfranchisement, policing abuse, criminal injustice, poverty, economic economic inequity, housing inequity, LGBTQ plus rights, immigration crisis. I mean, Penny, the list goes on and on. But essentially, their argument is that people who are already struggling the most or facing the most challenges are going to be the ones that are hurt by having their access to abortion restricted.
Well, this is certainly right in line with the founding of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, who was an avowed racist, a eugenicist, and didn't think that poor children deserved to live, and certainly didn't believe that minority children deserved the right to life. In fact, today, the majority of abortion clinics for Planned Parenthood exist in minority neighborhoods. Again, it's right in line. You cannot help one group of people by urging them to kill their children. We have to give them great alternatives and love them and come alongside them and help them. And so all these well-intentioned, supposedly well-intentioned corporations who like to talk a good game about women, if they really want to help women, they need to help them with childcare, help them with opportunities, help them have time off, paid time off with their babies, and adoption services. So if they're going to start giving out money for travel for abortion for the left, I would strongly suggest that there are women in their very companies that are deeply in need of the help.
Well, and very quickly, there is a group down in Texas. It's a insurance company, I believe. It's a small Texas firm called Buffer Insurance. It is announced, according to the Washington Examiner, that it will pay medical costs for employees who have their babies instead of seeking an out-of-state abortion. And they've gone further to offer to pay costs for families who want to adopt children as well. Quick final word from you, Alex.
Yeah, that's interesting news. Of course, I think the employer plans and the legality there that different employers could face potential liability issues in states that are looking to ban abortion with their coverage plans. I've talked to some lawyers on both sides of the aisle, and they do say states like Texas and Oklahoma that have that aiding and abetting language in their civil laws, employers could be brought to court, just like we're talking about suing an abortion provider for performing an abortion. And in Texas, for example, past that 6-week heartbeat detection, the same could be for employers that are paying for that abortion to take place. They could be held civilly liable.
All right, we will track all the legal developments as they will not end anytime soon. Alex and Penny, thank you both for your time.
Thank you.